All right, so now you got your brand new wheelhouse. What's the most important thing you want to put in this wheelhouse to go fishing? It would be a rattle reel. Rattle reels are great in wheelhouses because it allows you to fish all the time when you're not looking, and it's going to tell you when you got a bite. So a good one is this catch cover rattlesnake reel. It's got DVs in it that rattle really loud, and you can adjust the tension accordingly to what you're fishing for. Now when you're rigging your rattle reel for your house, a lot depends on what you're fishing for. You can put on heavier line for bigger fish like pike and walleyes, or a little lighter line for panfish. But for the most part, poundage isn't a huge deal, but the type of line you put on it is important. So back in the day, people would use Dacron line or nylon line, which will work fine, but it really tangles up when you're pulling up a fish and throwing line off to the side. It's really messy and sticky. So nowadays, a lot of companies are making a coated line, like this Suffix coated performance tip-up line. And what it does is it's slippery, it's like a fly line, and it's easy to hold, easy to grab, and when you throw it off to the side, it doesn't mat up. It's just, it's easier to reel back on the spool too, because it's not messy. So now you got your main line on here. What's at the bottom of it is the most important thing. And a lot of people rig their lines differently, but basically you are gonna want, after you put your main line on, you're gonna wanna put a slip knot, a bead, a slip bobber, and then at the business end, you're gonna want to put a swivel to attach our leader. And the length of the leader you put on is all personal preference. You can go as short as 2 to 3 feet like we have here, or you can go 6 to 8 feet depending on how clear water you're in. So you want to use a fluorocarbon leader is about the best. And you know, the guys I fish with love fluorocarbon because it's more invisible in the water, and toothy critters don't bite through it as quick. So you can have an 8-pound fluorocarbon leader on and hook a 3 or 4-pound pike, and you're still going to land that fish because it's not going to bite through it as easy as mono. So then a little split shot on the line to perfectly weight the cork in the hole, and then at the end where you put your minnow, you know, it's all again personal preference. You can use a plain hook, like just a plain old octopus hook like this for a minnow, or you could put on something that glows like this Northland Glow Shot jig, and that will also give you weight to weight your bobber down, or like this clam blade jig, a little smaller jig, you could put a smaller minnow on. So these are like the most important components for rigging your rattle reel for your wheelhouse.